you guys now know that the Supreme Court has announced its decision in Windsor versus the United States. And we won everything we asked and hoped for. Wow.
It's a sad day when unelected judges change the definition of marriage and turn their backs on the will of voters and their elected representatives who have made it clear that we want to continue to maintain the tradition of marriage as the union between a man and a woman. And far from resolving this issue, all that this ensures is that now the definition of marriage will be fought out in courtrooms by unelected judges as opposed to state legislatures and here in Congress, where ultimately elected representatives instead of unelected judges should be making those decisions. So the issue is far from resolved, but unfortunately it creates a lot more chaos than we had before the DOMA law that was passed by a bipartisan coalition of Congress was in place.
Marriage equality and gay rights has been an ongoing battle in the United States for years. A recent victory for those fighting for marriage equality was the court's ruling of DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, as unconstitutional. DOMA had two provisions. The first defined marriage as a union between a man and a woman. The second granted states the right to deny same-sex marriages performed in other states. On June 6, 2013, the case United States v. Windsor overthrew DOMA, stating that it was unconstitutional and a blatant denial of same-sex couples' civil rights. The fight for civil rights is ongoing, but the ruling of DOMA as unconstitutional has brought us one step closer to an equal society. Although the official verdict is decided from within the courthouse walls, the decision is heavily influenced by the actions of the people outside. Space arouses a sense of freedom. More space means more freedom, and the courthouse steps offer an open place of assembly to society. This elevated space acts as a stage for individuals to voice their opinions. It is a place accessible to anyone. The infinite space of the steps contrasts the contained space inside the courthouse. Inside, the public has limited access, and here, space becomes a place of power. People no longer maintain the same freedoms the exterior space offers. The confining walls of the courtroom arrange individuals in a position of hierarchy, giving the greatest authority to the judge. Architecture today discourages social equality. From the way in which buildings are constructed to the programmatic functions of the buildings themselves, we focus more on constructing a society which isolates individuals instead of encouraging interaction.